Hello everybody, this is Wolrig and welcome to episode 42 of Infinity Evolved. I have a problem. I've only got 5 ingots of Yellorium left. So my laser drill has not been nearly as lucrative as I had hoped. I'm not sure what the deal is, but it sure seems like the laser focus for this stuff is probably not... It's probably been adjusted. Because, yeah, I added 3 more, so I've got all 6 yellow focuses in that one laser drill now, and by my count, that still only gives me like 1.5% chance of getting yellowite ore. So that's really pretty unfortunate. And if you'll notice, when we look for yellowite, there's no nether equivalent of this. So the quarry I've been running in the nether is not returning any yellowite. So I went ahead and I pulled that out of the nether because I want to put it somewhere else. And the place I want to put it today is going to require this guy right here. It's going to require this guy and some crafting. And I did the math. I've got a bunch of diamonds. I'm not going to do the explodey method on this, so sorry guys. It's just going to have to be what it's going to have to be. One of these ways. There we go. And what I'm going to make here is a portal to the deep dark. And that's going to require 4 of these unstable ingots, some quintuple and quadruple compressed cobblestone, which I've got loads of. So 4, what is it, 4 times 9 is 36? Or 64. Whoops, that was more than I needed. How am I doing here? So this division sigil only has so many charges. I didn't want to use that many, but I did. So be it. The nice thing is, because they're semi-stable, they can just hang out in my inventory. And so can the ingots. Let's go ahead and make all of these ingots, all 7 of them. That's cool. Let's find the portal to the deep dark. I should be able to craft one of those. Since I've got some of these extra unstable ingots, let's see what else we can make with them. There's a builder's wand that I want to make. Let's see. I can't make the super builder's wand, but I can make that one. This is a handy little creature that I will demonstrate here shortly. The other thing, let's see what else we've got. We've got 2 left. You know what? We can make some other neat stuff with this. Like... well, we already got the wings. These tools are handy, and one of them is the etheric sword. So this is a sword that can't ever wear out. It can never be broken. So let's go ahead and make one of those. And I can do a couple of things with it, but for right now, I'm just going to put it to the side. I mean, it works like any other sword. You know, you kill stuff with it. But there's no durability on this sword, so it will never break. Which could come in handy. There's reasons for stuff like that. But anyway, what's the builder's wand do? It does... Let's find something else here. Grab some dirt, say. And what the builder's wand does for us is if I lay down some dirt like this, I can now use the builder's wand to build in this case, a 3x3, and just kind of be able to build pretty rapidly until I'm out of material. So, you know, that's a handy little tool. We'll put it in there for now, and I'll get all that cleaned up later. But where I want to go is to the deep dark. Before I do that, I want to make another magnum torch. So if we look at what it takes to make a magnum torch, we need potion of healing, instant health 2, regeneration 2, a couple of these chandeliers. I believe it's 5 of them. Yep. And then potions of regen and healing, which I think I might have. I have instant health. Looks like I gotta make a potion of regeneration, which is awkward potion and a gas tier, and then I need to make the second stage, which is to add glowstone. So let's make ourselves some potions real quick. Of course, the awkward potion is pretty simple. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. Oops, wrong way. I'm going to go ahead and make 3 at a time because why not? So awkward potion starts with another wart, and then we're going to need a ghast tier, which we should have a good number of, and we can always make more of those. So we'll just let this brew for a second, and then we put the ghast tier in to go from awkward potion to potion of regen. And then we put the glowstone in to go from regen 1 to regen 2. And then we have regen 2. Alright. And I only need 1 of those, so I'll put the other 2 back into storage. We'll grab our chandeliers. We'll grab some wood somewhere. Ooh. We're out of wood. We got some rubber wood. Where's all our spruce? Where's all the spruce wood? Oh, you know what? I never tied into this over here. I have a pile of stuff that I have absolutely no... Yeah, 14,000 wood. I have no access to it. Let's get our stuff done in the deep dark, and we'll come back and take care of that. We'll get that tied back in. I'll just go ahead and throw these in for now, except for the 2 that I need. And drop downstairs to our QED, which today is the Quacky Ender Device. Ooh, Quacky Ender Device. And we've seen this before. We're just going to craft this guy like so. Thanks to our 10 crystals, this goes pretty darn fast. Magnum torch. Perfect. Alright, let me grab a few more things and we will head off to the deep dark. Okay, I think we got everything ready to go. So, what do we do with this portal? Well, pretty simple. We just put it down. And it looks very... looks very non-crazy, but if we click on it, we're going to get a little world gen, and we're going to end up in another dimension. So here goes nothing. Hold tight. And we have made it to the deep dark. So this is where you start off in the deep dark, in a room with a bunch of torches and a portal to the deep dark. So this is the portal. This allows us to get out of the deep dark. But fortunately we have our little charged porter, so we can always get back home. And we're in a box. We're in a room. And what happens if we go out? Well, if we go out, we're surrounded by more stuff. But what's important here is to note that if we go down, just like in the deep dark, be careful when you dig down. And I actually know where we're going, so you know what? I'm not going to build a staircase. We'll light that up. We're just going to dig straight down. And at some point here, we're going to fall through into a giant cavernous space. Oh, we're getting close, I think. Cobblestone, there it is. Ooh, look at that. Oh, there's even a fortress. Sweet. So the Deep Dark is extremely dangerous. There are lots of mobs. And and if you're a fan of Doctor Who, there's what they've been lovingly called the Vashna Nara. The dark actually has teeth, and it will kill you. So if you sit in the dark for too long, bad things can happen. Fortunately, we have our nice little sigil here from Blood Magic to allow us to shoot some light in all directions. And yeah, so this is the Deep Dark. We can see there's kind of these stalactite and sort of structures hanging off the ceiling, and there's cobblestone on the floor, and then there's these spires, and these guys, these are fortresses, and inside of them are lots of spawners with lots of mobs and some different things. So we'll maybe explore that here before too long, but what I'm really here to do is to mine it. And I'm hoping, anyway, because if the Yellowite was modified, what are the chances that the Deep Dark has been modified? So the Deep Dark, if we go and look here, I think there's some lore on this. Ah, yes. As an experienced miner, you naturally wish to mine deeper and further than ever before into areas of natural wealth. The Deep Dark is a realm far below the Void, filled with natural resources and deadly enemies. Some say that the darkness within the realm is alive and will consume any unlucky... Ouch! Speaking of which, there it is. So let's get to the light. Okay. Yeah, don't hang out in the dark too long. That's what happens. Some say that the darkness within the realm is alive and will consume any unlucky adventurer who wanders too far into it. Remember to bring torches. Torches will not protect you completely, however, since mobs will spawn at all light levels in the Deep Dark. Magnum torches and chandeliers will still prevent spawning. So, hence the Magnum torch. And you know what? I think I'm just going to drop down here and set him. And we're going to run away. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Is that what I think it is? That's a direwolf hat. Ugh. Kaboom! Ouch. Alright, I got some mobs to clean up. Now that the Magnum torch is there, they won't spawn anymore in the area. But I gotta get these guys cleared out. So, unfortunately, I had another incident with a trash can, and I lost my bow. I really gotta pay attention. So I've got the arrows, but I lost my bow. So I'm gonna have to do this the hard way with the sword. I'll be back when I've got this area cleared out. Okay, here we go. Got ourselves a nice little clean spot here to work, and I got a few arrows in me. Guys, do I have something in my head? I just got this splitting headache. I can't figure out what's going on. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I love my armor, by the way. This stuff is awesome. Let's see. Let's get some stuff straightened out. Hold on, be right back. Okay. As before, we start off with our markers. So, let's see where we're at. We're at the, what is it, negative 14, 10, and 82. So, let's go this way. And let's make sure we've got this guy out, because we're going to need to keep ourselves well lit. We're going to fly quite a ways out, because why not? And probably don't want to spend too much time here, but that one. Perfect. So then we'll fly back. Oh, look at all the mobs. They just spawned in like crazy. Fly back to here, and we are on 1036. So we'll fly off this way, stay on negative 1036. Oop, gotta go around this. And thanks to the fact the Ender Quarry doesn't care, we're just going to grab a big chunk of this and let it go. Now, let's see if we right-click that. No, put the quarry down first. Right-click it. Found. Successfully established boundary. Perfect. So we're going to put our hole upgrade in, so this way we can see where it's at. We're going to put our silk touch, and we are going to put that down on there. And lastly, that there with this here. Shift right click to turn it. Set it to frequency 100 on main power. Looks good. Should be all set. Perfect. So, now all we have to do is head home. Head back to the base and fire up the quarry. Alright. See how we're doing on power. 800 RF a tick. I think we've got a stack of blocks left, so we're not going to run out of power just yet. But it's going to be close. So let's fire up the quarry, and we should see stuff coming in. And of course, we're running Silk Touch, so the stone is actually coming in as stone instead of cobblestone. And perfect. We've started getting all of our stuff in. Let's go ahead and throw some things in here. And we need to program in. So what I've done is I've added another branch here. So we've got this one programmed with all the nether ores. We may fire that back up and use that again someday. But for now, we'll just leave it there. I've got another one here that's blank. So what I need to do is to start grabbing ore out of here, like the coal ore and the aluminum ore, tin. We'll leave the dense ores alone for now. And put these guys in like so, and that should get them sent over. Oh, that's not on yet. Hoping that I can get some yellowite here before too long. There's some iron ore. We'll want to put that in there. Alright, I'm going to just kind of monitor this for a while. So we got copper already. Yes. Give me all the ores. Ferrous. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to monitor this for a while, and hopefully before too long, we should get our all of our stuff, all the different types of ore. We should get here pretty shortly. Alright, well this guy's been running for really not very long, probably 5-10 minutes here, and I've already gotten 7 yellowite ore. I think I've gotten most of the major ores identified in here, even some that I'm not really using yet. So let's go ahead and turn this on. Set that to low. That should start filtering off. Perfect. Those guys should start filtering off and doing their thing. Everything else should get sent over to the AE system. We should end up with a bunch of ores to process. Beautiful. Except the coal. I don't want coal going in there. Why is getting put in there. It's not what I want. Yeah, I'm ending up with some graphite bars, I guess. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. I need to probably fix that process a little bit. But I should be... Oh yeah, there we go. All used up. Silicon. That's a new one. Let's go ahead and grab him off of here. Yep. We'll pull him out from there. Other than that, cool. We got stuff going in, we got stuff coming out, we've got ores processing. Let's go ahead and take the coal out of there for now until I get that. I think I did that before, didn't I? I think I took the coal out of there because it, yeah. Because with this setup, there's no easy way to tell it to pull that coal out, because it doesn't pull it out fast enough. Even with all these speed upgrades, there's still a good deal of coal that makes it into the oven here and turns into graphite bars, which I'm kind of curious where they went. So the green, oh, okay, yeah, the overflow just goes back into the AE system. But anyway, this should be making yellow right here soon. Cool. Well, I'm going to let that run, and we'll see where we're at by the end of the episode. In the meantime, I need to get that storage over there set up over here. And I've got an idea of how I can do it, but let me see if I can come up with something else. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is what I was going to do to begin with. So I've gone ahead and made a few crafting recipes in here. These are all part of a mod called Jabba. J-A-B-B-A. Just another better barrel mob. Or add-on. Just another better barrel add-on. Jabba, yeah. So, with that, you can make, if I can spell it right, you can make a barrel. And this is kind of like a storage drawer. So if you put it down, it has an inventory here, and it stores exactly one item. So if we grab some cobblestone, we right-click it, cobblestone goes in, we left-click it, cobblestone comes out. Right-click, left-click, right-click. You can shift right-click to lock it, so we don't need a special key or anything. And then when you pull them all out, it all comes out. The difference with the Jabba barrels is that they have an upgrade. They have a more complex upgrade system, and what you need to do is make structural upgrades first. So if we look at what some of these options are, there's a storage upgrade, and we see that this uses one slot. Increase the storage capacity by 64 stacks. So what we need to do is make structural upgrades. This provides slots, and the various levels. There's actually multiple levels. I've only crafted up to the Mark V, because the Mark VI actually takes Enderstone, and I have not been to the end yet. But that one actually provides 63 slots. And so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and craft one of these and one of these. The trick is that you have to actually stack these. So you can't put in a Mark II until you've put on a Mark I. You can't put in a Mark III until you've put in a Mark II and a Mark I. So you've got to use all of them to upgrade a barrel. So if I want to upgrade this barrel, I need to start with the Mark I, and I shift right click it. It changes color slightly. And then I go to the Mark II, shift right click, and now we've changed colors again. And then to the Mark III. And we see in the corner here we've got, what level we're on and how many slots. The 7 there, That's how many open slots we have available. And Wayla also shows us information on this as well. So let's keep going here to the Mark IV. If I try to do this out of order, say if I try to come in here and put the Mark V in, it tells me that I need a Mark IV first before I can put on the Mark V. So I'll put on that one and then that one. And that is as high as we can go. So that gives us a total of, well, we lost it. Where'd it go? If we hold one of the upgrades in hand, we can see. If we don't, we lose it. There is another thing that we can do. Like so many mods, there's a hammer for that. So if we grab our barrel hammer, go ahead and put these upgrades back because we can't use them on this one anymore. If we hold the hammer, we can see this, and by right-clicking on it, we can remove the last upgrade. Oops. No, not you, you, and then you. There you go. By right-clicking on it with the hammer, you can remove the last upgrade. You can also shift right-click on the hammer and change its mode, and this allows you to remove a specific upgrade. So returns to normal. Perfect. So along with storage upgrades, there's also other types of upgrades. So we've got our structural upgrades that make our barrel stronger. We've got our storage upgrades that each slot increases the storage capacity by 64 stacks. And then we can actually stack these and all the way up to 243, which gives us, you do the math on that, a lot. But along with that, we have, of course, the void upgrade. So that allows us, that matches what the storage drawers do. We have a hopper upgrade, so the barrel can automatically output. We've got redstone upgrades. Java is actually where the dolly comes from, so that's how we can move the barrels with items in them, because of course if we break it, just like with the storage drawers, if I break it full of items, all the items spill out all over the floor. But the other thing we can do is create a what's called a B-space upgrade, and then it's actually going to require us to make a second barrel, and this is a pretty neat little trick that you can do with barrels. So if I come here and get all my structural upgrades again, I don't know why I put them back. I knew I was going to need them. And we'll go through this guy. Let's see if we can get everybody lined out here in the right order. Like so. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. There we go. So the trick to this is that the barrels have to be exactly the same for the B-space to work. And what the B-space does is we need 2 of these. We're calculating. That's actually a pretty hefty recipe because it has this ender chest in it. So that takes a little bit to get to for the system. But if we right-click on both of these, we now have B-space upgrades in them. So we see the little ender pearl there. And what we do with that now is, go back and look at Java, there's another tool we need here called a B-space tuning fork. And what this is going to allow us to do is to actually link these 2 barrels together. So what I can do is I can right-click on this, and we start resonating, and I can right-click on that. Nope, wrong way. Let me try that again. Shift right-click on here. And you'll see the progress bar down here. There's kind of a timer on this. It can only resonate for so long. But if we shift right click on there, now the barrels are resonating together. And what does that mean? Well, watch. I'll put my cobblestone in here, and it shows up over there. I pull it out over here, it goes out over there. These 2 barrels are essentially the same inventory. And these barrels will do this across dimensions, across any amount of distance. These barrels will always be linked together. Pretty cool, huh? So we've got 29 upgrade slots left. Let's go ahead and make ourselves some storage upgrades, about 30 of them. We need some more wood. Of course we need more wood. Let's go over here and grab some wood. We're almost done. Almost got this. One last thing to do. Grab a bunch more wood. Now the trouble's going to come in that the wood is currently in a drawer and I want to put it in a barrel. So I'm probably going to have to do some inventory shifting to make that work. If I spell storage correctly, I should be able to do 30 of them now. Still missing oak planks. Oh, you know what? I'll bet. Let me look through my recipes. I bet I've got one that's not set to work the way I want it to. Okay, I got it figured out. I'm not exactly sure why, but for some reason the recipe for the piston, even though I had it set to use substitutions, it still wanted to require the use of oak planks instead of the spruce wood planks. So, well, whatever. I guess that's a thing. So, that's going to craft for a while. While that's working, let's go ahead and get an item duct or so. Let's get a servo. We've got a nice resonant servo. That should do well. And where is the dolly? I think I've got the dolly in my backpack here. Cool. So actually we can go ahead and just break that guy. I don't think... Where's my axe? There it is. I don't think they lose their upgrades when you break them. Oh yeah, they do. Never mind. I guess they do. Well, so let's go back and do it all over again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and oops, the B space. So the other thing I want to do, actually I just realized I didn't queue up enough of those. So we've got another 30 because these barrels have to be exactly the same. So if this one's got 30 upgrades, that one needs to have 30 upgrades, or 29. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna wait for these to finish, and then we'll go do our work. All right. Before I go ahead and use these storage upgrades, I actually want to go ahead and craft a couple of the next tier ones, so to speak. So if we grab that one and we just do them in 3s like this, we can get ourselves some higher density storage upgrades. And let's go look for the storage upgrade. So I've got the 3s. The 3s give me the 9. Let's put these in here somewhere. You might have thought I was crazy building all those assemblers early on, but hey, look at what they're doing for us now. So the 9 then gets us up to the 27, which, yeah, that'll be a good stopping point for now, because that's almost 29. We can't go over when we're doing these, so then we can just queue up 2 of these 27s, and they should just craft right away, because we should have everything we need. Perfect. And we'll grab a handful of the other... Was it 2 more? So 27, 28, 29. Actually 4 more. And that way then we can just click this guy once and this guy once instead of 29 times. 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. Now I will make sure that I grab the dolly and let's head over. Ugh, so slow. When I fly slow. So for this, for right now, I think I'm just going to let's see what we can do. underneath. Yeah, let's do that. So put that there. And get ourselves some item duct. Just pipe over to the barrels, put in the servo. Oh, and you know what we didn't do? We didn't link our barrels. That's okay. So that's going to start filling up. We'll shift right click, lock him into those guys. So if we shift right click this one, we see that we've got a timer there. So we've got a little bit of time. So they don't have to be right next to each other, but they can't be too far apart to do this. Shift right click him, and bingo. Now what we'll do is pick him up. We'll go downstairs here. And let's see where we've got some open channels on our AE system. Somewhere. Oh, I got channels right there. And let's just put this down for now. And we should see that those numbers are just going to keep climbing. So what I want to do is find an open channel. Open channel, open channel, open channel. I need some cable. Smart cable will do. And that wrench, we'll go ahead and pop that off of there. And I need an anchor on that. Oops. Can't do that because we've disconnected it. But if we go upstairs, we should be able to. Oh. That guy probably can't see, so he's going crazy. Yeah, we'll get this back up here shortly. So we're going to put an anchor on that so that we can keep these two separated. Like so. That ought to do, and so that's going to connect through there. That should give me a couple of channels to work with. Beautiful. And same with this, we've got some channels. Channels. Let's go get some more cabling. That's offline. Why is that offline? I shouldn't have to reprogram that. Why is that offline? Alright, let me figure this out. Well, there's your problem. Now they're back online. Cool. Alright, what was I doing? Oh, I need a storage bus. Storage bus. Go. And some more cable. Need a bunch more of that. Yeah, about that many. Go. One storage bus. And a handful of cable. Perfect. Cool. So what we can do is, while the storage drawers allow you to do multiple connections together, the barrels do not. So one storage bus per barrel. And like so, we have now, let's go here and set the priority high. If we look for spruce, we should see we've got 13,000 of them. Pretty darn cool. That'll work. And before we go, because yes, we need to wrap up the episode. Haha, Yellowite. Looking good. 176. That's fantastic. That means that this guy is still just chugging away, doing his thing. Cool. Perfect. Well, I think we've got some stuff accomplished today. I think we've got our power problem solved, which is good, because now I've got more Yellowite. I can make use of that other big reactor I've got at the village. So that reactor can basically power the village. Very good. But for now, it's time to wrap up the episode. This is Wulrig. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.